Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're glad you're here. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musing Science and Technology channel, continuing the bash on men.
Yep. If you listened to our last segment and you heard Steve say that he had a little bit of depression after our last segment, this is going to put him over the top. So here we go.
This is kind of a continuation. We had a segment last week about PFASs, the forever chemicals. So it's kind of a continuation. Not all PFASs are created equal. New research suggests that some newer forever chemicals may accelerate biological aging in vulnerable groups like men. Per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, often referred to as forever chemicals or PFAS, include thousands of man-made compounds used in products such as nonstick cookware, water-resistant fabrics, firefighting foams, food packaging, cleaning supplies, and plastics. Quote, how we show that specific forever chemicals, namely perfluorooctanesulfonamide, PFNA, and perfluorooctanesulfonamide, PFOSA, appear to accelerate biological aging, with middle-aged men being the most vulnerable group, said Dr. Xiangwei Li, a professor at Shanghai Jiao Tong University School of Medicine in China, and the corresponding author of a new study in Frontiers in Aging on November 21st, published on November 21st, 2025. Would you like to know more?
I think we talked about Dr. Li in the last article that we talked about this. I think he was mentioned in that. Huh. And I think I mentioned also that I have a friend that's dealing with an issue with the firefighting foams.
Yeah. I remember you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is not good. So, and what do you think of all those things that you listed there? The cookware, the resistant fabrics, maybe not the firefighting foam, but all this other stuff. Everybody's probably touched some of that just today or dealt with some of that.
Yeah, cleaning supplies.
Yeah. If you cooked your eggs and they didn't stick to the pan, chances are you got non-stick cookware. So
now I'm kind of thankful that California has banned plastic bags. I was pissed off before, but now I'm thankful.
Yeah, there we go. That'll save us. Their chemical structure features extremely strong bonds that resist breaking down, allowing them to persist in the environment for years. Yeah. Have you ever tried to open up a cereal bag or a potato chip bag that's plastic? That's like a poly.
Yeah, it messes with my arthritis.
Yes, I think those are made out of polybutylene, and they have a memory, so you can stretch them, and eventually they'll go back. They'll go back to their original. So it's a tough stuff. As a result, PFAS contamination is now commonly detected in water, soil, and even human and animal tissues. So great. So we're eating this stuff too.
Yep.
Research has linked certain PFAS to cancer, obesity, infertility, and hormone disruption. So the article that we did earlier today and today, or this one this afternoon, tie together. We're all doomed.
We're all doomed. It's probably bovine injections too. I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, and marsupial.
So, marsupial milk is very fascinating. We might get into that later.
Fascinating how?
I don't know, but we'll see.
Kangaroo milk you're talking about? Kangaroo milk?
Kangaroo milk, yes.
Okay.
Some older, well-known...
Talking about kangaroo milk.
Some older, well-known PFAS, including perfluorooctanesulfonic acid, that's PFOS, perfluorooctanoic acid, PFOA, and perfluorohexane sulfonate, PFHS, have been slated for global phase-out under the 2001 Stockholm Convention on Persistent Organic Pollutants. However, replacement PFAS have since entered the marketplace, including compounds used in newer technologies such as AI data centers. Okay.
I am sure glad you read that segment right there. So to explore this connection, Lee and his team analyzed publicly available data from 326 older adults who participated in the U.S. National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey in 1999 and 2000. The group was nationally representative and randomly selected. Blood samples from each participant were tested for 11 different PFAS compounds. Researchers also examined the DNA methylome,
Yep.
an epigenetic marker that influences how genes are turned on or off in blood cells. Participants provided additional information through questionnaires covering demographics, socioeconomic status, and lifestyle habits.
The scientists that employed 12 established and newer epigenetic clock algorithms to the DNA methylation data to estimate each person's biological age. Biological age reflects how well the body is functioning at the molecular level and may differ from chronological age. Okay. Biological meaning like humans have been around for 10,000 years. Chronological meaning, I'm 90 years old. I don't know. Earlier analysis of the NHANES data have suggested that higher PFAS levels in blood are linked to faster biological aging, potentially through inflammatory processes.
In the current study, PFNA and PFOSA, which I'm sure are just abbreviations for what you were trying to pronounce up there, that other.
Did you want to pronounce them, Scott?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Thanks. Were detected in 95% of participants. Higher levels of these two compounds were strongly associated with accelerated epigenetic aging in men ages 50 to 64. The same pattern was not observed in women. I wonder why.
Well, women got it easier. We've been saying it for the longest time.
Yeah.
Okay, PFNA and PFOSA were first developed in the 50s and 60s. Today, diabolic. Today, they are used in a variety of consumer and industrial products because they repel water, grease, and stains and can tolerate heat and corrosion, in addition to giving you heart attacks and whatever else it does. Both substances are known to persist in the body and environment and can accumulate over time, raising concerns about toxic effects.
Other PFAS detected in at least 85% of participants included 2N, here we go, ethyl perfluorooctanesulfonamide, whatever, acetic acid. I'm not even going to go there, which is the EPAH, and oh my gosh, you're killing me. You just slipped that in, didn't you? Methyl perfluorooctanesulfonamide, acid. Why don't I just say acetic acid? How about that?
Yeah, there you go. How about that?
Okay. PFOS, PFOA, and PFHS. Overall, PFAS levels did not differ significantly between men and women or among age groups. In addition, no link was found between biological age and levels of EPAH, MPAH, PFHS, PFOA, or PFOS.
Finally, some good news, right? The researchers concluded that the relationship between PFAS exposure and epigenetic aging depends on the specific chemical involved. They argue that regulatory efforts should not focus solely on legacy PFAS, but should also consider compounds such as PFNA and PFOSA.
There'll be a quiz at the end of this.
Right.
But why would the effects of PFNA and PFOSA be strongest in middle-aged men, you ask? Midlife is a sensitive biological window where the body becomes more susceptible to age-related stressors, which may explain why this group responds more strongly to chemical exposure. That was a quote by Dr. Xiangwei Li from Shanghai Jiao Tong University School of Medicine, the first author of the study.
I'm going to say that again. Midlife is a sensitive biological window, okay? So take it easy on us, all right?
Exactly.
Take it easy. All right. Lee added, quote, "We suspect that men may be at higher risk because the aging markers we analyzed are heavily influenced by lifestyle factors such as smoking, which can compound the damaging effects of these pollutants." Probably peyote does the same thing too, damaging.
Peyote, yeah. Or if you smoke peyote. Not that I have any experience with that. France recently banned the use of all PFAS in clothing and cosmetics, while the EU is considering a similar ban for specific uses. They think it's absorbed through clothing and maybe cosmetics, I can see.
Probably.
Meanwhile, to reduce risk, individuals can try to limit their consumption of packaged foods and avoid microwaving fast food containers. We stopped doing that a long time ago. Looking ahead, we are actively modeling how PFAS interacts with other common pollutants, as we need to understand the cumulative health risks of these chemical mixtures. That's a quote according to Dr. Li. Yeah, I agree. We stopped, leftovers from the restaurant, popping them in the microwave in the little plastic containers and stuff. The containers are cool, but they shouldn't be heated up. So not a good thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So now I'm never going to heat up I'll just dump it on a plate.
Yeah, just make sure you take the package away. Don't put the package in there. So
yeah, right.
Anyway,
all right, folks. Now I guess I've sunk further into depression.
Yeah, we hope to live to see tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, we got it, rough. Thanks a lot, folks.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.